Spirits to the Right Music. I'm going to do a short take today on acoustic guitar maintenance. You know, we talked a lot about electric guitars on this channel, and I really don't take the time to talk about acoustic guitars like I should. So really quick, some things that you should be doing if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, don't worry about it, because I have some quick tips here, some short take tips on how we can best keep our acoustic guitars. Now, we talked about microclimates before when we talked about electric guitars, especially electric guitars that have nitrocellulose finishes on them, and how important it is to make sure that they keep in a very stable environment. I am a big proponent of keeping your guitars in their cases if you're not using them. My electric guitar, when I'm not using it, goes into its case. Primarily because I have a bunch of crazy cats running around and you never know who's going to break my neck. And I don't want to have to break theirs, so into the case it goes. Same thing with your acoustic guitars. I know it looks cool to have it hanging on the wall. I know it looks cool to have it in the rack or something like that, but the reality is the best microclimate that you can keep for your guitar you're going to find inside the guitar case itself. In a stable room, obviously, meaning a room that's not too hot, not too cold, not too much direct sunlight on the case itself, so you're not like cooking what's inside either. So definitely want to keep it out of sunlight, but you do want to keep it in its case. So that's my first real strong suggestion to you in terms of keeping your acoustic guitar nice. Now, I have had this acoustic guitar, my goodness gracious, it's got to be at least going on 20 years now. And I will say to you that it is just in the same pristine condition, almost pristine. A few scratches on the pick guard there, but that's just me. But the neck, everything, no scratches, everything fit on it. Because for the 20 years that I've had this, I've always maintained it inside of its case. A couple other things that I do. When I finish playing, I get my trusty microfiber cloth, so we talked about these. This one comes from TC Gaki in Tokyo. Shout out to those guys there. Great music store. And I give my guitar a wipe. So you're going to want to wipe those oils off the neck, off the strings. If you're sweaty, you're going to want to take your body and give it a good wipe down as well. You basically want to, from day one, always be thinking to wipe this thing down. Always have your microfiber cloth handy near you when you get done playing your acoustic guitar. Another thing is acoustic string maintenance. I know guys who will go 20 years without, I don't know how they do it, but they'll go, a decade without changing the strings on their acoustic guitar. And the minute that you start getting that kind of rusty look to them, you guys know what I'm talking about. I think it's about time to change them out. Now, I need to change these out, so that's the reason I have this out. This guitar was in Singapore, which is an extremely humid environment. Now that I've got back here to the Netherlands, it is a completely different environment. So this is a good example. I don't know if it's picking up, but you can see that browning that you get to your strings when it's time to give them a change out. And this was just, even with me wiping it down and keeping it in the case, you still start getting a little bit of a type of rust on that, or wear on it. So definitely something you want to do is maintain your strings, change them as often as possible. Another thing is check your neck. Every now and then you want to see that you're not getting any kind of bending or twist in your necks. Give the body a once over. We talked about the importance of physical inspections. Taking a look at your body, looking to see if there's any cracks that are developing here in the bridge, to see if there's any cracks developing along the binding, anywhere that any problems with your tuners. So just a quick inspection of your guitar every year. But if you're taking care of it in the ways that I've just said to you, you're probably not going to have any of these problems because, as I said, this guitar is pretty much well as I bought it 20 years ago. Another thing that I would suggest to you inside of your case, talking about microclimates, is to keep some kind of dissoluent in it, so like silicone pad, little packets of silicone that you can get. Keep those in there to keep the humidity down as well, and that will avoid any problems you'll have with any kind of bows or any kind of warping to the woods. Because again, when a guitar is super dry, what will happen is it'll get a lot of moisture into it and it will expand out, and you'll start getting fret sprouts and things like that. When that happens in your neck, you'll get a bowing here in your body around your bridge saddle here. So when it's extremely a moist atmosphere and it goes to a bone dry atmosphere, the opposite happens, it contracts. So wood is a living, breathing thing. It expands and contracts depending upon the climate. So again, you always got to keep that in mind. So those are a couple of real, one more thing that I really highly suggest you do, talking about the dryness of your instrument, is just like on the electric guitars we discussed, get yourself a good oil like a Dunlop 65 oil, which is what I use, and give your fretboard a good going over. Get it moisturized. Also, it wouldn't hurt you. You can use a polish on your body. I wouldn't recommend using too much. Although, again, like I said, Taylor guitars, they use the Karuma wax that I use to polish all of my guitars for their guitars. So, it wouldn't hurt you to give your guitar a good polish as well, to give a little moisture to that body, moisturize that bad boy so that she'll sing for you for years to come. Okay, so those are my quick tips on how to best take care of your acoustic guitar. I hope you enjoyed them. If you enjoyed the contents on this channel, please take the time to hit the like button. It really, really does help. And if you really do like the contents of this channel, take the time to hit the subscribe button. As of this recording, I'm getting up to about 370 subscribers. And I really don't get anything for this until I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I don't mind that, but it would just be an awesome, great feeling to hit 1,000 subscribers, especially after the effort that I put in to bring this to you guys. It's just, I'm looking forward to it, so help me make that dream come true. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please hit it for me. I deeply appreciate it. And for everybody who has subscribed, just hang in there. I've got some more great content coming up. And until the next show, you guys take care. Bye-bye.